Some Week 3 action as the New Orleans Saints head down to Carolina to take on the Panthers. Panthers sitting at 0-2 on the year, while the Saints are 2-0. First quarter action now, Panthers I-form, play action to Stewart as Newton fires downfield and finds Kelvin Benjamin, crosses into Saints territory. They would stall out there, though, as they have to settle for a field goal. 3-0 Panthers. They take the early lead. But then, later on in the first quarter, Saints, third and 6, Breeze trying to get away from the pressure. Instead, he is sacked by Kawan Short on 3rd and 6. So 4th and 7 upcoming. They settle for a field goal as well. Tuck it in between the uprights. It is now tied at 3. We move on to the second quarter now, where Thomas Morstead is going to punt to the Panthers, and he's going to pin them at their own 3-yard line. Pat McAfee says it's good for the brand. On the own 1 now, 3rd and 12, Jonathan Stewart. He gets a couple yards, but they would have to punt to the Saints. And on their first play, some nice blocking, and Mark Ingram all the way to the house. 56-yard touchdown for Mark Ingram. And just like that, the Saints have a 10-3 lead. Now Panthers on offense, 4:52 left in the second, as Newton tries to step up in the pocket to get away from the pressure, but instead is taken down by Sheldon Rankins. They would have to punt. Still 10-3 Saints. As the Saints have the ball again, Breeze finds his trusty tight end Kobe Fleener, crosses into Carolina territory. 2 plays later, play action, Breeze finds Brandon Coleman for the first down. They're inside the red zone now on the 7. Breeze over the middle, puts it where only Coleman can catch it, and the former Rutgers Scarlet Knight catches his first touchdown of the season. 17-6 now, as the Panthers tacked on a field goal as we move on to the second half. And Breeze fires a bullet over the head of the corner and into the hands of Snead. They get down to the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal now. Breeze play action over the middle. He has Ted Ginn, touchdown Saints. And they are starting to pile it on now. 24-6 is the score. Saints in the lead still, obviously. 2:20 in the third now. Breeze on the streak route has Brandon Coleman, who had a big day. Down to the 34 now, 2nd and 14. Curl route this time for Brandon Coleman. He picks up a first down on that. They're inside the 10 now, on the 6 to be precise. Breeze rolls out to his left, sets his feet, and finds Brandon Coleman yet again. The former Scarlet Knight with his 2nd touchdown of the game makes it a 31-6 Saints lead. About halfway left in the fourth quarter now. Panthers trying to get back in this game, but Cam Newton on 3rd and 5 is sacked by Cameron Jordan, his 3rd of the day. They try to go for it on 4th and 14. Newton all the time in the world in the pocket, but eventually it closes up, and he's taken down by Jordan yet again. His 4th sack on the day, and Newton would be hurt on the play. 31-6 is your final in this one, as the New Orleans Saints come away with the victory on the road as they improve to 3-0 on the season, stay undefeated, and the Carolina Panthers still have yet to win a game as they are 0-3. Drew Brees was precise through the air, 15 for 21, 176 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 of those to Coleman, 1 of those to Ted Ginn. Mark Ingram had 97 yards on the ground with a touchdown, 56-yard touchdown on 15 rushes. Coleman had 5 receptions for 80 yards, and like I said, 2 touchdowns from Drew Brees. So with that being said, it's going to wrap things up here for this edition of New Orleans Saints football. I've been your host, Jersey Born, and I'm saying goodbye.
Who the fuck still talks about Benjamins? This ain't 97, kid, get fresh with it. Get next to it, there's no rest with this. I'm working harder than the motherfucking Mexicans, and that's not racist, it's a stereotype and a compliment, so don't get in the fight. PC's not me when it comes to this. I'm more like a Mac when I wax politics. Just rock with it, pop lock to it, and hip-hop is good, so go cop the shit. Just pop it in and just bop to it. So hot you can